Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They start the drive with Cook. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bears take over.
Here we go.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. On second down, here's Mitchell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a third and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Bears 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From midfield, here's Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Okay, right? Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Lance, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
Ready, play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Come on, 38.
They run it again with Cook. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Throwing his Lance on third down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
10 cycles.
They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it. But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell. Pushes him over. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Give running right is Mitchell. 90 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start them.
And he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Meanwhile, Lance's throw there held in by Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing on first down is Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Terrace Marshall, 26 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. 2nd and 5. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop them. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Lance. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool from 13 yards out. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Okay, break.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Striker, 3-3. Ready?
Quick slant finding Claypool. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They run over center with Mitchell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the Bears first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And Lance's throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Black Ultra.
Lance and company going on 4th down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Touchdown, Bears! Chase Claypool with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Here's Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Ready up. Set.
Now a play fake. Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Slow check. Ready?
Running left, here's Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 105 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap it.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or 2 to punch this one in.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way. But the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.